What's the point of being 6'6", 240 pounds, being a monster, and you're fighting like a cruiserweight? What is the point of having all those physical advantages if you're not going to use it? It's a complete waste of time. Hey everybody, this is Mike from EdgeNote50 TV talking about boxing. Woke up this morning, I watched the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk fight last night. Disappointed in the performance. But before I go into that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video with all your friends and everybody you know who loves boxing. Well done to Alexander Usyk. That was a great performance by Usyk. He did very well in his tactics and his game plan and what he wanted to do. He did not surprise me. The only thing that he did do, which was very good, that he needed to do, is assert his dominance from the day dot. And he was very aggressive from the beginning, from the front foot. And I feel like he needed, and his camp probably feel like he needed to show his dominance from the get-go, to show that, nope, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be worried about you and your size. And he took advantage of that. So, and his boxing footwork was fantastic. The way he was moving his left, turning his left into a hook, turning it into an uppercut, it was bamboozling Anthony Joshua with that. So that's a fantastic performance by Alexander Usyk. And, I feel good. I feel better after Joshua losing this fight than Andy Ruiz fight. Andy Ruiz fight, you know my feelings about that fight. So, look at my previous videos if you don't know. But this fight, look, the better man won. Alexander Usyk executed his tactics on the night and it worked. Anthony Joshua didn't. Anthony Joshua, well, look, the first thing is the big question is, whose idea was it to go into the fight with Usyk with those tactics? Was it Anthony Joshua himself? Was it his team? Was it his coaching staff? Whose idea was it to come in with these tactics? If it was his team, if it was Robert McCracken that said to Anthony Joshua, go in and fight Usyk with these tactics, then Eddie Hearn, you need to have a serious chat with your boy AJ and say, is Rob McCracken the right coach for him? Because he's had a few fights like this now. Andy Ruiz, it was a must-win. I could understand the tactics from that point of standpoint, yeah? Pulev, he was doing the similar kind of way, going down that line. It worked for him. But Alexander Usyk, who is a lighter boxer, there was no need to be doing those kinds of tactics. What's the point of being 6'6", 240 pounds, being a monster, and you're fighting like a cruiserweight? What is the point of having all those physical advantages if you're not going to use it? It's a complete waste of time. Usyk did exactly what he had to do. He imposed his will on AJ. This is exactly what AJ needed to do. Impose his will, his size, his strength, his reach, all his natural physical advantages he needed to pose on Usyk. Usyk, his eyes was damaged. Usyk was cut, he was bruised, he was touched up, and AJ didn't even use the full force of his power on him. If he used the full force of his power, he would have got Usyk out of there. So, in regards to people, there's a lot of people saying that, Anthony Joshua shouldn't take the rematch and this and this and this. Why shouldn't he? There's lots of holes in Usyk's game. Let's face facts here. If Derek Chisora, who is not as talented as Anthony Joshua, can take Usyk to the wire, and people can argue that Chisora actually beat Usyk. If Chisora fights Usyk now, think about it. Chisora, with a little bit of luck, could be the unified world champion. Think about that for a second. So if Chisora can put up Chisora put up a better performance against Usyk than AJ did. I was expecting AJ to do similar to what Chisora did, but with better punch selection, put more skill into it. What Chisora did was I was expecting AJ to do was rough him up, don't give him no time, no space for him to work. Put him on the back foot, put your power, hurt him, and when you hurt him, finish him. But what AJ did was he tried to be technical with a technical boxer. He was moving his right hand too many times, up in the air, punching, doing soft jabs. That takes energy. That takes time. Don't waste your time doing pitter-patter jabs just for the sake of it. You're not going to beat Usyk on points. And if AJ has learned his lesson, is that I'm not going to win on points. So don't even bother try and waste time beating an Usyk on points, because it's not going to happen. Usyk is undefeated for a reason. And he's not undefeated by knockouts. He's undefeated by winning on points. That's what he does. So AJ, in the second fight, he needs to change the game plan completely. Don't do what you was doing before. Impose your size, your power, your strength, your reach. And from the first round, let Usyk know this ain't going the way you want it to go. I'm going to impose my will on you, motherfucker. Simple as that. That's all he needs to do. Be more aggressive. Throw less tipper-tapper shots. It's not ticker-tacker. Throw more powerful shots. So it's not all about quantity of shots. It's about quality of shots. One thing is you can take from Canelo. Canelo is not going to outbox people on points, or those kinds of things. He knows what he's good at. Power shots. Okay, I'll let you win a few rounds, but I'm going to hit you with some strong power shots to the body, to the head. Eventually, I'm going to wear you out, wear you down, and then I'm going to knock you out because I'm the bigger, stronger guy. And that's what AJ should have done in this fight. Yeah? There's lots of technical stuff that he wasn't doing. He could not get away from Usyk's left hand because when he's fighting in a southpaw, he hasn't adapted to fighting to a southpaw yet. You can tell. Usyk's movement, he was connecting with the left hand. I've never seen AJ get hit so many times with the left hand. If he fought a fully fledged heavyweight, a southpaw fully fledged heavyweight, AJ would have been knocked out cold. So lucky he fought a small cruiserweight moving up because those punches wasn't power enough to knock AJ out. He hasn't adapted. In the rematch, he has more time and he needs to learn to move more to the left, away from Usyk's weapon, which is the left hand. Move away from it. And because he was getting hit too many times with the left hand, that's why his eyes closed up and he wasn't able to perform the way he would do because getting hit in that side too many times. If he avoids the left hand, focused on using his size and reach, hit him with some body shots, which was being effective, then the fight would have went a different way. So there's only a few slight differences that AJ just needed to do to be able to beat Usyk. Usyk is beatable. If Chisora could nearly just with an inch beat Usyk, then AJ can definitely do better than that performance against Usyk. But one thing he has to look at, have a serious look at his team. Look at the tactics imposed. Whose idea was it? Was it AJ's idea? Was it Rob McCracken's idea? Whose idea was it to impose those tactics? Because if it's his team's idea, he maybe needs to look at changing some elements of his team to get people to put more confidence in him and say, AJ, you're the bigger guy. Don't be afraid of these cruiserweights. You're the bigger, stronger man. You should go in there and just annihilate these people. Usyk is never going to knock out Anthony Joshua. So what are you afraid of? Go in there and rough him up. Anyways, that's what I've got to say about it. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. I got a ton more things I need to say, but I ain't got time because I got other things I need to do. But yeah, man, AJ will come back. He needs to be smart, think about his next move, and he needs to come back more aggressive, and he can get the job done. He can knock out Usyk. Man. Anyways, anything else you want me to talk about? Let me know, and I'm going to talk about it.